Good evening, kindred and kind. Welcome to NearDark Studios' Vampire the Masquerade V5, Chicago by Night NOIR Chronicle. Before we get into exposition, let's go around the table and meet our kindred for tonight. We'll start with my Ravnos.
My name is Gilbert Knox. I'm from Clan Ravnos.
Name's Seamus O'Donnell, from the Learned Clan.
Tardis Friedman, Clan Grangrel.
Ilona Vochta of Clan La Sombra.
And my name is Eliza Azul, or by my Twitch handle, Pinoy Boy. I will be your storyteller for this evening. As you can see, this is remoted in, so there might be some audio issues here and there, but hopefully Monday this will look just fine for y'all. Alrighty. Year is 1927, Chicago, May 11th, Wednesday. My kindred, you are aware that Prince Loden, Clan Ventru, is the current Prince of Chicago. He's been ruling for quite some time now. In recent events, about 6 years ago, he supposedly sent 2 individuals to Gary, Indiana to dispose and get rid of Modius. They brought the city to its knees and, well, pretty much got rid of any opposition that Loden would have. Loden is a ruthless prince. He is fearless. He is rather disciplinary. Though, even being as strict as he is, it did bring about peace for the past couple of years. There hasn't been any squabbles between the Anarchs or the Camarilla. Even at this time of prohibition of alcohol within the kind. It's the roaring 20s. It's a perfect time for kindred and kind of like to celebrate and have a drink. And this is where we're going to pick up our story at a rather hoppin' speakeasy named Ritzy's. Titus, give me a rouse check for the night.
Got to break out my good old dice. I go up a hunger.
All right. So, we find ourselves in the swinging speakeasy known as Ritzy's. Titus, could you please give a brief description of Ritzy's?
Ritzy's is a club that was acquired by me through my proxy, Ritz. Ritz was able to get the building and put it under his name, but it is a very happening club from what I heard. Nice music's coming through there, great jazz groups, and we do have access to the Devil's Mouthwash in a back room. So,
okay. So you awaken within your haven above Ritzy's. How would you like to start your night off?
I would like to go down and communicate with Ritz, find out how everything is running. Though I don't understand a lot of it. I can usually tell if he's lying to me or being sneaky in any way. So I just want to make sure he's being honest and make sure everything's running smoothly.
Okay.
Especially with our new distributor.
Get your things ready, get dressed, and head down the stairs. You can already hear the clinks of glass and mugs hitting against the bar. The clatter of people rambling. As you break into your speakeasy, you're greeted with a haze of cigarette smoke and cigar smoke. It's a rather hopping time right now in Ritzy's. It's rather populated. The previous night, the Primogen of the Gangrel approached you in Naga. She has commissioned you to, well, set up Elysium the following night. Your supplier, Gilbert, and also a fellow kindred, is going to help you with this endeavor that you know about. You also know there's a shipment that Gilbert will be delivering tonight. His typical shipment. Though, he's also supposed to follow you down to the shipyard and pick up a shipment from none other than the Primogen Annabelle. Alright, so you approach Ritzy. He's rather busy with some of the men. Delegate them out, getting ready for the following night for this shindig that you've requested him to put together for him. Hey boss, what's up?
Ritz, how's everything going? Everything running smoothly here?
Oh, it's pretty swell. The customers are moving their games to this swinging music we got here. He nods over, and there's several individuals playing on the piano and clarinet. That's a small jazz band.
All right. And have you heard anything from the distributor that is supposed to?
I've
Show.
seen, what was that guy's name? Oh, Gilbert. I haven't seen Gilbert tonight.
All right. Well, I'm going to be perusing around, just making sure everything runs smoothly. Let me know as soon as he does show up.
Oh, you got it, boss.
I'll make my way and watch everything, make sure everything's running smoothly.
Okay.
Doing
Give me wits and awareness. Straightforward difficulty of 1.
Just don't be blind.
Yeah, I got that.
You got that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. As you observe the crowd, your patrons of the speakeasy, as they enjoy their rather illegal beverage, that's when you see her gliding down the stairs with her platinum blonde hair, piercing blue eyes, ivory dress, diamond encrusted headband adorned with white feathers. She gives this rather devious smile towards your way. She approaches you. It's almost like she just paves a way through the crowd as they step to the side. Several men look at her, their jaws wide open. You know, the second you see her, smell trouble.
Hey, is she familiar to me in any way?
You are aware that she is the Primogen known as Annabelle. These Primogen individuals, they haven't been around for quite some time. They actually just as a recent formed. You do know that Inaga, she is your Primogen for Clan Gangrel. Annabelle is a Toreador. There's one for Bruja Tremere. And that's all you've met so far.
I'll make my way over to her.
Okay. You're gonna make your way towards her. So you approach. She kind of takes a seat and shoos away the guests that were sitting down, and they quickly swat away from her. It's weird. She has this aura about her that she's emitting off. Could you please give me a resolve and composure?
Is this a mental ability?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be 5.
5. All right. You usually swat it away as you kind of blink your eyes a couple times. You don't know if it's just the haze of smoke in the air or what have you. Well, Titus, correct? I'm sorry, we only met the other night.
That's right, ma'am. Apparently we're supposed to have an Aliceum here.
Well, I believe your friend Gilbert, not quite sure who or what he rolls and belongs to, but Sire John, we'll put him up for it. Make sure you're at the docks.
Oh, right.
Tonight. There's an individual by the name River King going to be there. He'll be dropping off the shipment.
Is that the Gilbert?
And I was able to get Critias to, well, offer up one of his clan. It's a beat cop, I believe. He's supposed to keep all the federal agents at bay, hopefully.
We expecting trouble?
Well, when there's a shipment of any type of drink coming in, you might attract, well, unsavory individuals. Quite the establishment you have here. As she glances up towards you.
It's a way to make money. Not the way I usually do, but it helps the community.
Well, you're rather sophisticated for a kindred of your clan.
Yeah, I don't do any of this. That's what Ritz is for. Ritz is for is taking care of where the money goes. I just give him it. My
I'm
occupation
usually used to seeing
is,
your kind in the dirt, in the forest, living in caves.
That's where I find more at home. I don't care much for all this hard ground, rock, streets, giant building things. I'm not accustomed to this. I don't like it.
You're not used to paved streets and roads?
Nope. I prefer the trees and the caves and the dirt, ma'am.
You're a bit of a nomad, huh?
Preferably. I'm sure you heard my history.
I can't say I have. Until the other night, I didn't know you existed.
Well, I'm known as the person to take out another person if so you needed it to be done. I'm only here because last town I was in, I kind of was asked to leave by way of a bloodhound.
So you're a bit of a ruffian, is what you're saying.
I'm rough when a situation requires to be rough.
Well. Can you give me another wits and awareness? Difficulty of 2.
I got that.
You got that.
Yeah.
All right. As you watch her shift her legs and cross them, you notice underneath her dress, you see a small dagger cling to her thigh. As you glance at it and you look back up, you notice a rather elderly woman prancing down the stairs. She's adorned in African jewelry with her hair did back, wrinkles to show her age, high cheekbones, wearing a rather elegant African dress as she glides down the stairs and starts approaching both you and Annabelle.
I'm gonna whisper to Annabelle, friend of yours.
You know this is a Naga.
Oh, this is a Naga. Oh, a Naga.
Ah, my dear. Yes, I hope Annabelle's not, well, giving you a hard time. Though I have her to thank for procuring refreshment for tomorrow night. Thank you again. Oh, it is no problem. I just wanted to make sure we have proper drinks for our guests. So, Titus, how's business tonight?
From what I can tell, it seems to be running smoothly.
She comes up to you and she brings her hands right up to your collar and she straightens it out. You are just too uptight. You know that.
I don't like this suit as much as you probably guess. I'd rather not have it on at all.
Yeah. There's a reason why I picked you to host the events, and rest assured you'll be properly paid.
Well, good.
I'm proud of you. Doing a good job, Titus. Annabelle, the others are waiting. Can't keep Khaled, well, to his own machinations. Fine. She gets up, gives you one last devious smile, and begins to walk off. Don't mind her. Her clan likes to, well, belittle others.
I didn't pick that up from her. If she did try to belittle me, though.
Well, I feel like she's helping us out for an alternative motive.
Huh.
Make sure you secure the shipment. Make sure everything goes according to plan without a hitch. I believe your friend Gilbert should be here soon.
I've actually never met the fella.
You've never met your supplier?
I've not. Ritz takes care of all that. So this will be an interesting organization that we meet. Event.
Well, I hope this John fellow, he speaks of his child as the bee's knees, as the kind say these days. Well,
yeah.
You be good. I'll see you around, Titus.
As you, Primogen.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to do before your shipment arrives?
Nope. Do I know where these docks are? Is this something that Ritz would normally go to the docks to pick up, or?
Typically, Ritz does this kind of ordeal as far as like errand running, but the Primogen specifically said for you to handle this.
All right. So then I would start then by making my way down to the docks.
All right. As you prepare to towards the docks, that is you change scenes. We find a little ways out of it's a rather wooded area. Gil, give me a rouse check.
Yes, sir. As a pass, I did not go up on hunger.
Gilbert, if you can, could you please give a brief description of your haven?
All right. Well, I built this haven myself. It's a log cabin. Pretty modest accommodations. It's got a nice den, or some folk would call it a living room. It's got a bedroom, and then it's got some personal space for myself and some of my belongings. A lot of things I have are relatively important to me, or all right here. And, of course, I have my distillery outside.
Fantastic. You know, the previous night that you were harassed by your sire, that you had a job to do. You're supposed to help a gangrel by the name of Titus, who you've been supplying, the beverage that you brew for his speakeasy. You know that you're supposed to help Titus with a shipment that's arriving at the docks in Chicago tonight. You're not aware of what the shipment is. You just know it's for a fancy shindig for the kindred of Chicago. These rather fancy types known as the Primogen like to put on something called Elysium for the kindred of the city. The practice of Elysium is rather new to Chicago. It's also relatively new to you. You've never really participated in any type of Elysium events. Your sire went, but you take care.
And Jean normally does all the Elysium, and I'm not too familiar with all that or the people from Chicago, but I suppose I should ready myself and get going. So I'll get in my truck and I'll head. I suppose I'd head to Ritzy's first, since that's where I normally meet Ritz.
All right, fantastic. As you get into your Model T and start heading into town, it doesn't take you, it's a little ways out, but it's not too bad of a drive. As you head into Chicago, the nightlife is, well, it's rather dead right now. With Prohibition, you don't have the typical citizen out having a good time. Public drunkenness is immediately taken care of. And the individuals that do partake in the speakeasies are part of the high society in Chicago, and they're rather discreet about their outings. As you make your way towards Ritzy's to meet up at the usual spot, you pull up and start backing in your truck towards Ritzy's to start unloading your shipment. As you get there, can you give me a wits and awareness as you're backing up your truck?
Sure can. That's going to be a 3.
3. All right. Let's play an oldie but a goodie. As you start backing up your truck into Ritzy's and get it parked for unloading, you notice 2 individuals leaving Ritzy's that you do remember in passing. See a rather elderly African-American individual. She has high cheekbones. She has a rather elegant African dress with jewelry adorned around her. I see a rather beautiful Caucasian female. She has rather slender features, a sharp jaw, these piercing blue eyes, and she's dressed in this ivory dress as they leave Ritzy's. You could sworn that you've seen them around your sire.
All right. Well, if I don't know them, then I'm not going to try to engage them or talk to them unless they see me and come moving towards me. But I'm going to go ahead and keep moving forward, trying to get ready to unload or meet up with my contact.
Okay. As you get ready to start unloading the truck, you notice that some of Ritzy's men come out of the speakeasy and start helping you unload the truck. As you immediately notice Ritzy start approaching you. Hey, Titus is actually died, I think, for you.
Oh, Titus, he's the one that owns this establishment, right?
Yeah, I think you do have a job tonight.
A job? What do you mean? Like not just this?
Yeah, I think you two are going down towards I usually do this kind of thing, but he insists that he does it with you. I'm
Well, bring him on out here. I want to meet him. If I'm going to be working with a man, I want to get to know him.
Oh, okay. He turns around and immediately starts heading back inside. Shortly after getting ready to start heading towards the docks, Titus, you eventually see Ritzy run up towards you. Hey, you're the guy that brings the booze. He's out back.
Oh yeah,
I'm supposed to,
I've been hearing things about him. He's here?
yeah. It's just this way, boss. He
Alright.
starts leading you towards the back.
I'm gonna lumber behind him.
Okay. As you lumber behind him and you eventually make your way towards the shipment, you both see each other's kindred. At this point, I would actually like the both of you, starting with Gilbert, give a description of what your kindred looks like.
Well, he's dressed pretty modestly, wearing a nice rancher shirt, some suspenders, some black slacks with a black cap, and he stands about 6'4". He's 250 pounds. He's a pretty imposing looking man, well built. And I'm standing with a relatively eager posture.
And Titus is also a tall feller. He's about 6'7", 6'8", 312 pounds, 340 pounds. He's built, or he's a big guy. He's hefty, but yeah, he has a long sleeve shirt and black pants for now.
As these two rather imposing kindred individuals meet each other for the first time, I'll leave the scene up to you two.
So, you are the supplier I've heard so much about.
That is right. My name's Gilbert Knox. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Good.
Titus Friedman.
Well, afraid I was going to shake another Limp City folk hand. It's good to know I can shake another, seems like someone who's got some calluses on his palms.
I'm not a stranger to work. No, I'm not.
That's good. So, I suppose we're supposed to be working together tonight.
Apparently a mutual comrade of us has acquired our talents for some assistance down yonder docks.
You don't think we're having trouble tonight?
Seems to be a lot of company coming along with us, so I wouldn't think so, but you never know.
Well, I'm not opposed to trouble, just so you know. I make sure I bring plenty of firearms, and I've got some power with me in case things do go wrong. I don't fuck with the law, though. If any law shows up, make sure to deal with them right quick.
Oh, it's good to know you are a fellow that can handle themselves. That's warm and comforting.
I've noticed that a lot of the other kinder of the city, they like to view themselves as right and mighty. A lot of them never broken a sweat in their life or unlife or whatever they want to call it. Pardon me if I'm speaking out of term, but not too fancy on all the politics.
I don't like when people say words that are hidden meanings for other words. I like men to talk straight. This city doesn't seem to have those around here.
You know what? I agree with that. You got something to say, you might as well say it in front of...
Just be honest.
Just be honest, they Lord.
You're a good man, Gilbert.
I think we're going to work just fine together.
Swimmingly.
And we're going to go ahead and unload the rest of the booze, get ready to move on down the docks.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you say
As,
they board?
They Lord.
Okay. I'm not even gonna ask.
Yeah, don't. It'd
No.
be rude. It'd be rude to ask that clearly common word that we all know what it means.
all right. As the two of you watch as the Gilbert's jalopy gets unloaded, you start heading towards the docks.
Correct, we do.
Okay. All right.
I'll go ahead and I'll Titus once he can ride with me in the Model T.
I'm not too familiar with these contraptions.
Don't worry. It's a reliable automobile. Got some new casings on her already, so she's good to go.
Oh. You just climb on the inside of it?
Just get on inside, get in the carriage part, and I'll go ahead and drive us down the docks.
All right, I'm gonna.
It's a tight fit. They don't build these quite for fellers like ourselves. It's cramped.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, most times when I meet other fellers, they're a little smaller in stature than myself. You're a biggin.
Yep. I am a product of my upbringing.
Product of your upbringing.
Yeah.
And what was that?
I had a big mom.
Well, I suppose you need a big mom to make a big man, right?
That's right.
You should respect your mom.
Absolutely. God rest her soul.
Thank you, Lord.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go ahead and make some good small talk with Titus while we're on our way down the docks.
Okay. As the two of you make small talk and start heading towards its docks, that is when we are going to change scenes.
I don't understand what's so funny about our conversation. Y'all see me have a problem with our dialect, our talk?
Something wrong with the way
trying so
we
hard.
communicate.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh out loud during this.
Okay. As we change scenes, we find ourselves in the haven of our La Sombra. Ilona, could you give a brief description of your haven?
Yes, my haven would be one of the taller ones in a skyscraper, and it's very nice. It's well decorated. It's clearly of someone that has a more wealthy status, and it's very filled with occult items. Clearly, a place where people go to hold a séance or just try to speak with the dead or do things that aren't quite normal or well perceived with the kindred or the Christian society that we live in.
Okay. So, as you awaken your haven, could you please give me a rouse check?
All right, we're sitting in the Irwin chair right now, so let's see how this goes for us. That is a pass.
I'm afraid it moved.
I'm convinced it's just Irwin. I'm convinced the curse is just on Irwin himself.
No, I think it passed on to me.
So, as you awake for the night, as of recent events, you are aware that the amusement park is up and running right now and over in Riverview. It's over on Belmont. It's actually not too far from your haven. You know of a kindred that goes by the name Felix Wolf as your occult contact within the city. You and Felix actually have an arrangement See, he runs a bit of a freak show over in the amusement park around this time before the circus comes into town in July. You just so happen to recommend during a seance that your customers should go see Felix, as Felix ends the night with his customers with your rather spectacular seances to end their spooky night. Felix is a rather colorful individual. You know, he's of Clan Malkavian. He does have a child here that's rather, well, distant from him right now. He goes by the name of Diedrich.
All right.
All right. You hear a prompt knock at the door. As you know, you should have clients. You should be rolling in about this time.
I'll go to answer it real quick.
As you go to the door, you're quickly greeted by the red hair of Charlie. You see Charlie. Oh, I brought some, well, customers.
And I take it these are the ones that were scoped out already?
Oh, yes.
Okay. When I look down, where are they?
As Charlie stands to the side to let the customers in. It's a couple individuals. It's a small group of party goers. You can smell the stench of alcohol in their breath. There's 2 females and 2 males. Both, if you would have to place them, around their mid-30s. They're kind of stumbling as they walk in. I can hear about my future. Tom are going to have a girl.
Can you repeat that real quick, Elijah? You were breaking up.
Oh, you know, the female individual stumble in as she puts her hand around her companion. I'm wondering if me and Tom are going to have a little girl.
Does she look pregnant?
She does look like she has a bun in the oven.
And she's drunk?
Appears she may have had a few.
All right. I just kind of look down at her a little and give her kind of a judging stare. Well, we'll see if you have anything, so come on in.
As they stumble into your apartment, they make their way towards your, I'm assuming you're leading them towards a seance table.
Mm-hmm.
See Charlie with a gleaming smile step to the side as he actually enjoys watching you work. He's currently wearing his plaided suit. It's typically what he wears when he impersonates a Hoover vacuum salesman.
So where's he's sitting kind of in the background?
Charlie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Charlie just kind of, he's lingering back. He's just kind of got this shit-eating grin on him.
And out of curiosity here, Hoover vacuums were a thing in 1927?
I think they've been around for a while.
Yes, Hoover vacuums were around in the 1927, during that era, yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. Good job, Hoover.
All right, I'm going to get to the head of the table and gesture. Everyone, sit, please.
As they go to sit down, you notice both the male companions, they pull out chairs for their dates. You watch as one of the females, she goes to sit down and she slips and falls onto the floor.
Oh.
And they giggle and laugh and pick her off the floor, and they promptly take their seats as they are all laughing and having a joyous night.
Everyone, I know that this is a fun time for you, but I need you to become a little more respectful of the spirits that we're about to encounter. So if you could please quiet down.
They all kind of giggle and shh.
Lovely. All right. So let's go ahead and join hands.
As they all go to hold hands.
And that'll be like a little cue for Charlie to dim any lights that are going on around us.
He walks past you to start to dim the lights. As he does, he slides you a note card in front of you that's just so happens to be out of view of the customers.
All right. So I look down and what's on it?
You can see all their information as far as pertaining as like where they live, if they have kids, if they're expecting kids. You do know that the two individuals that you were speaking to, Tom and Mary, they're both wanting to have a small little girl. They were interested in buying a vacuum from him so that they could make sure that the place is nice and clean. They have a carpeted floor. You do know that both Tom and Mary's parents are both deceased. And Mary's
Did he get their
actually
names?
thinking about naming the little girl after her mother, Sarah.
Did he happen to get what she looked like at all from any photos in the house?
He did get a description of Sarah. It looks like Sarah is a rather petite, elderly woman. Before she passed, brunette hair. The photo is black and white, so he couldn't exactly get a description of
So
her
dark
eye
hair.
color.
Mm-hmm. All right. And it was, you said Mary's mom?
This is Mary's mom.
All right. So when they take my hands, I'm going to close my eyes. And everyone, please, close your eyes and
right.
tilt your head respectfully.
As they kind of chuckle and hold each other's hands, and they close their eyes and they begin to bow their heads.
I need you all to focus for me and hone your hidden psychic abilities to try to channel any spirits that may be with us tonight. And after a few moments of just silence, I'm going to... I see an old woman. She has dark hair. Her first name... first name starts with an S. Anyone here know of a deceased old woman with dark hair? Her name starts with an S. Anyone? Sarah?
Feel as a tug as you notice that she starts to pull her hand away and she grips Tom's hand tightly. Yes, my mom.
All right, yes, she's telling me that now. Mary, Sarah, she wants me to tell you that everything will be fine. You're going to have a girl. She wants you, please, buy the Hoover.
She wants me to buy the vacuum?
Yes,
Tom,
she
I
said
told you we should have just spent the money and got the vacuum that
she
day.
wants that. She feels that she had a Hoover when you were born. Yes. She's telling me this now.
But vacuums
She
weren't
wants.
around.
She feels that's a way for you to connect, for you to raise your child the way she would want to give you her strength to help you raise the child by the Hoover.
Okay, so I will need a. Can I get a manipulation and subterfuge roll from you?
It's somehow miraculously we gotta follow.
We're not streaming.
We're not even streaming. We gotta follow.
Sorry about the random dragon wing. All right, manipulation and what you said?
Give me a manipulation and subterfuge, and I tell you what. Why don't you go ahead and give yourself 2 extra dice on that roll, and I am going to roll on my end.
All right. I'm doing it for you, Charlie. You're my favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 successes.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I believe that's that was the individual. Is your friend? Are you friends with that salesman over there?
I look over and look at Charlie. Charlie, you brought them to me. This was your work? The fates are aligning. It's all coming together. This is what was meant to be. He is going to supply you with the Hoover that your deceased mother wants you to have.
Tom, get the checkbook out. He knows his hand.
No,
immediately drops.
not now. Not now. Don't break the circle. I opened my eyes. Did you break the circle?
And
Stop immediately. Oh no. And I jump up. Did he stop? Did he break it?
yeah,
I jump up, I run to the kitchen and grab salt. I'm gonna come, no, this is too dangerous. I'm going to start covering him in salt.
as you start just spritzing this individual with salt.
You've broken it. You cannot re-enter. You must write the check now. Give it to him, and you must leave immediately. You're in danger.
You see him as he's shaking and he fumbles for his checkbook and he begins filling it out.
Quickly,
How much was one of those vacuums? I can't remember right now.
Charlie, tell him quickly. He's in danger.
It's a rather expensive vacuum. Probably around $700 it's gonna run me for.
Hurry, 700. Hurry. I can feel them. They're coming. The dark ones are coming in. They're enclosing.
See him write the check out for $700. Who do I sign this to?
Charlie O'Neill.
Okay, and Charlie gives the information and writes it down, and he hands the check out to you.
Oh, the energy in this room, it's getting so dark. Hurry. They're coming for you.
He puts
And
the check
Jumbo and
down,
Child.
And they all scramble to their feet, and they start heading towards the door.
I'm going to motion to Charlie, make sure he locks it behind them.
As they all run out the door, he hits the deadbolt, locks it, and he starts chuckling to himself.
I'm going to give him a look like, stop.
Oh, I love watching you work.
Sit down. I'm
See
going to head
him
back.
take a seat, and he kicks his feet up onto the table.
I'm going to head back to the head of the table. All right. Your friends have made this a dangerous area to be in right now, so if you're uncomfortable, I understand. There are no refunds. Please understand that. That was made completely aware to you before this began. So if you don't feel comfortable, there are energies here now who could follow you home and possibly ruin your life. But you can stay. We can continue.
You see the
I just
other
want you to be
couple
warned.
Kind of look at each other, and I think we're fine. We had a lot to drink tonight, and I think we should go.
I understand. It's very dangerous to be here right now. Thank you for coming, and I hope to see you again soon.
They all kind of awkwardly get up and begin leaving your apartment. And then Charlie gets the door for them.
I'm going to wait for him for them all to leave and then him close it behind them.
Okay.
Charlie, how much was the vacuum actually worth?
So, sorry, come again?
How much was the vacuum actually worth?
$70 at most.
I think that's the best pulling we've had so far. That was quick, too.
You know, the vacuum I bring over there doesn't even work.
Oh, well, maybe... did you... Okay, right. All right. Maybe give them one that works because they know where I live now and they know that I know you. So if you have one that actually works, maybe give them that, Charlie. I don't want anyone snooping around.
I'll pick one up from the store.
So, that should take care of you and your parents for a while, right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's a lot of money.
Doesn't mean you have to stop, though. We pulled in,
Well, you know,
a couple $100 from tonight's seance, so... Could do another one next week.
you're a knock at the door.
I'm gonna point at him to go get it.
I wasn't expecting. Okay. And he gets up and he begins walking towards the door. As he opens it up. Is the assistant? Maybe, buddy. I don't know. He kind of closes the door. He turns around. There's some strange guy out here. He's kind of a weird getup.
Can you maybe describe him a little bit better than that for me?
Look, he's wearing a top hat.
Top hat.
as soon as he says his top hat, you think of Felix.
Ah. I compose myself, and I'll go and answer the door.
Okay.
Hello, Felix. How are we tonight?
As he takes his top hat out and he reveals his slick back brunette hair, he has a fine trim goatee that comes down to a point. It's good evening, Fraulein.
I'm so happy to see you. Come in, please.
He waltzes in. Felix is he's rather elderly when he was embraced. His skin shows age. He has these piercing green-blue eyes. So I hope I'm not intruding. Hopefully business has been good.
Of course, you would never intrude here. And I'm going to gesture to a seat for him to take a seat. An armchair.
He takes a seat. You notice he's wearing his outfit. It's got a tailcoat in the back as he flings with his typical flair and takes a seat.
And I'm going to... Charlie,
Oh, yeah.
would you please bring Felix a drink?
Oh, of course. And he goes over and fetches a drink for
In the
Felix.
icebox. So, what brings you here tonight, Felix?
Things have been great over at the amusement park, but I came to tell you I have a friend coming into town, and I just think that you two would hit it off just swimmingly.
Do you now?
Yes, he's going to be over at the docks, and I thought it'd be nice if you would join me to meet him.
And who is this friend?
His name's Cuthbert.
Cuthbert. Does that ring any bells for me?
You've never heard of Cuthbert.
And why do you think I'd be so interested in this Mr. Cuthbert?
Well, Cuthbert is a bit of an adventurer, and he's a rather swell individual. We're partners, you can say.
All right. You know, I just finished up a session, so I can take some entertainment for the night. Why not?
Fantastic. Unfortunately, my dear, I, walked over here. You wouldn't happen to have a mode of transportation, would you?
I'm gonna look over at Charlie. Charlie, dear.
As he comes walking in with a bottle of scotch and 2 glasses. We could take my truck.
Oh, I would appreciate it so much, Charlie.
Oh.
Especially since I just got you $700 for a cheap vacuum.
Yeah, it's just it's a bit of a jalopy. I mean, we can all fit. It's just gonna be a little cramped.
How bad?
It'll be fine. I'll throw some things.
You know how I feel about people touching me. How bad will it be? No, it's fine. Charlie, no, I'm sorry. It's fine.
Okay.
It'll do.
This is fantastic. Just get going. He should be here soon. I think. Enjoy Beckett's company.
I'm going to stand up and offer my arm to help him out of the chair. Felix, dear.
Hooks into your arm, and he steps with grace and finesse, as the lively character that Felix is. Felix is a bit of a kindred of flair and show, since he does put on a nightly freak show every night. You're aware he has this one quirk about him, though. A lot of his, freaks are either conjointed twins or twins of some nature.
Okay. Oh. All right. Felix, so tell me, as we're walking to head downstairs, down the building to the car. Felix, tell me, how is business going for you? Have you acquired any new talent?
Going swimmingly. I came back from my travels with Cuthbert not too long ago. We were out in Europe for quite some time. It was a rather eventful.
Europe, huh?
Time
So
in
did
Europe.
you bring anything back with you?
Unfortunately, no. We were empty-handed, unfortunately.
That's a shame.
As you start heading towards Charlie's vehicle, you come up to a rather beat-down Model T. On the side of it, you see that Hoover Vacuum Company is painted on the side rather sloppily. You notice in the back there's a couple busted vacuums. All right, just give me a second.
Ugh.
And starts going and like cleaning out the truck
Charlie.
and start throwing things in the back.
Charlie, dear, we really have to get you an upgrade. Maybe with some of the money that you earned tonight.
Oh, yes, I can get fresh
to-
paint.
Perhaps look a little bit
really
more
clean it up.
respectable when you're showing up to clients' houses.
As you all, I'm assuming, pile into Charlie's Model T.
Mm-hmm.
As you get into his beat-up jalopy, you begin to drive off towards the docks. As this happens, we are going to change scenes. All right. This is where we're going to join. Seamus, could you please give me a rouse check?
Pass.
Pass? All right. Doing good tonight. Seamus,
Somebody has
you wake in your small apartment. It's rather modest for an officer of your caliber. Could you please give a brief description of your haven?
It's a small home. It's got a bedroom, kitchen, living room, place to dine in.
bathroom.
Does has one of those.
Okay.
It's got a driveway.
So, a rather modest
Very,
apartment for this time and era.
very.
Okay. As you wake for the night, you're rather aware that you have a job. Brian, your sire, let you know that you have guard duty tonight towards the docks. You're supposed to keep at bay any trouble that would, well, compromise a shipment coming in for a kindred by the name of Annabelle. You do know that the docks can be a bit of a hotspot, especially for the local mobsters wanting to swarm and take shipments of alcohol that are coming in off the ship. Another issue you have to be aware of is that the federal agents, you can keep control of your local authorities with your rank and file, especially with the connections that your sire has. But unfortunately, the Prohibition officers are another story. How would you like to start your night?
First, I'll probably like to. I'll just probably head into the car and head to the docks then.
Okay. All right. As you get into your vehicle and you start heading towards the docks, it's quite a bit of a drive. But you promptly arrive and without any issue. And the streets are rather quiet tonight, especially with the ban of alcohol. You don't have your typical citizen out and about at this time of hour. As you arrive to the docks, You pull up, and it's a rather quiet night. Air is a bit brisk, especially for a May summer night. As you begin to observe around, you notice that there's not a lot of individuals here. You notice a couple dock hands a little ways unloading a ship. You're aware of which dock you're supposed to be at as you pull up your vehicle and you turn your lights off. You begin scanning the area. Why don't you give me wits and awareness?
Zero?
Oh my god. No.
Oh, wait. I didn't roll a hunger die. That was my bad. Still 0.
All right, so I don't have it.
It didn't move, folks. It didn't move. It stayed right on Irwin.
So, no bestial, right?
No bestial.
You just, okay.
Here's what I found.
Huh.
What?
It's the voice of God.
For some reason, you have the urge to just stare at the sky. I need to make a couple rolls real quick.
Jesus, what a start. What a start.
Fun night tonight.
First roll of the Chronicle. All zeros.
Stars are out. There's a moon.
Okay. Interesting. The music decided to be a pain in the butt, so we're going to get a different track here. All right. As you stare up at the night sky for whatever reason and decide just to kind of take it in as you light your cigar and puff a bit of smoke into the air, waiting for your contacts to come and meet you. You're aware that there are supposed to be 2 other kindred individuals that are supposed to help you secure and protect this shipment. You've never met them. You know one of Clan Gangrel, though the other individual kind of escapes you. Their clan is not revealed to you for whatever reason, but you do know his name's Gilbert, and the other's Titus. Gilbert and Titus. Eventually, you arrive to the docks. As you pull up, to the dock that you're supposed to be at, and as you do, could you please give me wits and awareness? No, the Titus and Gilbert.
Oh. That's unfortunate because that was actually a really good roll.
Wasted.
Oh,
Wasted.
5.
Yeah,
Five.
2.
2. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Gilbert and Titus, you both notice an individual puffing a cigar and blowing into the night air. At this point, Seamus, could you please give us a description of your kindred?
Whoa. Wearing a gray fedora, white shirt, gray tie, coat, pants, shoes.
I hate you so much.
You got
What's his
it?
build? What's his
fingers.
build?
You just painted a picture for me. Da Vinci level detail.
Oh, he's about 6'1", 260 pounds.
Is he athletic or what?
Athletic.
It's 260 pounds? He's a bodybuilder. That's ridiculous.
Okay. Well,
So
maybe
what
he carries his weight somewhere else.
Does he have any particular scarring or anything along those lines? Anything
scarring.
Like facial features?
No face. No. He's got eyes.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm going to
He's got
kill you.
nose. Who's got a mouth?
Do you have facial hair? What color?
Red facial hair.
Okay, what kind?
Red, I just said.
Is it a beard? Is it a mustache?
Ah,
Character building 101 right
full
here.
beard.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It's just you.
Exhibit A, but looks a lot better.
Okay. So, the two of you notice a individual that was just described to you as he's blowing smoke into the air. You're aware that you're supposed to have a contact, Titus, that's supposed to meet you here to keep local law enforcement at bay. You do know he has connections with the law. To what extent, you're not entirely too sure, but you do know that he's supposed to keep them away from the shipment.
Hey, Titus. You see that fella over there? Looks like he's got eyes and a mouth.
Yeah, red beard.
A red facial hair.
Red facial hair.
We should probably go see if that's our contact.
Sounds good.
Go ahead and move our way over to this man who's unusually large for his size.
With
Yes,
flips. Rip right off his clothes.
As you two get out of Gilbert's truck, and these three rather large kindred start to converge. Titus, you do notice at the corner of your eye, it appears that there's three individuals that are watching you. They are all adorned in long trench coats. They're kind of peering around some crates and looking at you and shifting towards the ship. This happens. I do need to make a roll really quick. Okay. And you three meet.
You there. Are you all contacts?
Oh, might be. What's your name, fella?
Titus Freeman.
Titus Freeman. I'm Seamus O'Donnell. And you are?
My name's Gilbert.
Oh, Gilbert. Well, I assume we're all
Titus.
here for the dock?
You're aware that this is your contact. You do know that's the name.
Oh. So yeah, you are the contact. You're
He's
supposed
just,
to make sure we aren't intruded on.
Correct.
this evening.
well, go ahead, get on, make sure we're not intruded on.
Well, I'm doing that right now.
And those fellas back there, are they your security team to make sure we're
I'm
not-
sorry, fellers. Where?
I'm gonna tilt my head without looking at them.
I'm gonna
Okay.
casually gesture my eyes, see if I see who he's talking about.
Okay. So we're trying to be like nonchalant about this.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Titus, could you please give me a dexterity and sleight of hand, or manipulation and sleight of hand,
Sleight of hand.
or not sleight of
Stealth?
hand,
Subterfuge?
subterfuge. Sorry. Where did I get sleight of hand?
D&D.
Yeah. Give me subterfuge.
3.
Okay. As you gesture towards these individuals, they appear that they haven't made any notice yet. Gilbert, you see 3 individuals in trench coats around some crates that are currently scanning the area. It looks like they do pan to you and then pan towards the ship, and they kind of converse with each other. You notice that they don't drop vision, and they are kind of whispering to each other.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move over towards Titus, and I'm gonna kind of look at him. I'll place my hand on his shoulder. All right, well, I'm gonna say this really light under my breath so that these individuals can't hear me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I grab some necessities from the truck in case things get needing handling. I'll be right back. And I'm casually start walking back towards the Model T.
Okay.
I'm gonna head to the back of the truck where I got myself a nice little lockbox, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull out. I'll go ahead and pull out lever action rifle.
Okay.
It's Winnebago. I love her.
No, it's in a Galamshi.
Once I pull that out, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it towards my side, and I'm gonna go ahead and walk towards the individuals.
You're gonna start walking towards them.
I'm gonna walk towards them with the rifle.
Oh,
Okay. As you start walking towards these individuals with your rifle,
And I'm gonna go ahead and yell out towards them, "You fucking move, I'm gonna put one right between your eyes."
okay.
Oh
As
God.
you yell out towards these individuals that are in these trench coats around the crates, and you have your rifle at hand, Ilona, this is when you arrive to the scene.
So I.
Your
Okay.
as Charlie's truck pulls up and he parks. It should be right. It should be this ship right here. As you see Felix point out towards the ship, you notice there's some individuals to your left. What they're doing, you're not entirely too sure. Could you please give me a wits and awareness? I'm going to make the difficulty a straightforward, so it's just need one success.
All right. That is 2.
Okay. You see a individual in suspenders and a rather long billed hat, black, carrying a long rifle. Looks lever action.
Lever action
trying to-
repeater Winchester.
As he begins walking towards these individuals, you get a pretty good look at them since you're on the other side of these crates. You notice that they're all in trench coats, though you do notice that 2 of them are carrying shotguns below them, and the other individual appears to be reaching towards the back of his trench coat to unveil a firearm.
Felix,
Yes, my dear.
I'm going to broadly gesture. Were we supposed to walk into this? Was this on your
No.
plans?
No. We probably should. Well, I don't want to be Cuthbert here dealing with this. I don't think it should be an issue for him.
Well, why don't we just take a seat, see how it plays out?
Okay. As you rest in the truck and you begin observing this event beginning to unfold, you notice Charlie is beginning to shake as he's. I don't think we are. I don't think we should be around here right now.
Well, why don't we just wait and see what happens between these 2 parties? Because I'm quite interested right now.
Okay. As you give this proclamation towards these individuals, Gilbert, Seamus, Titus, is there anything that you would like to do?
I'm gonna laugh and see how this plays out.
I'm also gonna
Young books.
observe.
Let's see what happens here.
Do they respond to my proclamation?
You notice they don't say anything back. They all just kind of look at each other and they begin to.
I fire a shot towards the crate then.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fire a warning shot, and as soon as I fire, boom! I'm gonna lever action.
That's the most redneck thing I've ever seen.
So
Well,
you-
that was my warning shot. The next one's gonna hit you.
Okay. As you do this, you fire one off. All the kindred in the vicinity, please give me a wits and awareness. Difficulty of this will be a 3.
Impossible for me.
4.
4.
I got 1.
That's messy critical.
Okay,
What's that like?
Gilbert, you are roused up. You are ready to fight. Your senses are kicked in as you pop your fangs and you are ready to get your hands dirty. The 3 of you notice the screeching tires of 2 vehicles. As you turn your heads to see where the sound is coming from, you notice 2 Model Ls screeching in towards the ship. As this happens, 3 of you also notice that the shipment begins to leave off the ship. You notice individuals starting to haul these rather large crates down off the docks. As they do, these cars drive right up to the ship and slam on the brakes as they screech, and you hear the whine of the tires screech across the cement. As the vehicles stop, you see 8 individuals pour out of these vehicles and start swarming the crates, all brandishing weapons, and they start seizing the shipment. As this happens, you notice the individuals that you shot the shot off at, Gilbert, they come peeling out towards these individuals with these 2 cars. You notice that 2 of the individuals have shotguns, and the individual that's leading the pack is holding a small firearm.
All right, and they're moving towards the individuals that showed up in the truck or the vehicle.
Okay, so the ones that are seizing the shipment right now?
Right.
All right.
They look like they're all together.
Mm-hmm. They look
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna
all
start shooting
together.
at them.
Yeah, I'm gonna start charging.
I'm gonna unload. I'm gonna start firing on them as soon as they try to break the crates right in the open.
All right.
I'm also fine. My revolver.
Okay. So at this point, I do need a. I will need a composure and awareness static from everybody.
That's 5.
5.
That is also 5.
3.
Also 5.
3.
So 5 from Titus.
Where's your Tommy gun?
And Ilona, what is your static number?
For what?
Composure.
Composure?
Composure and awareness.
That is 5.
Wow.
5?
Yes.
Everyone's 5.
Okay, so all right, so I got a 3-way tie here. Seamus, you are last.
Thanks.
So Titus, starting with you, what's your dexterity?
4.
4.
Yeah.
Gilbert, what's your dexterity?
3.
3. Okay. Dexterity, Eleona?
2.
3?
2.
2? Oh, okay. Wow, that actually really works out. Okay. So the initiative order will go, which kind of makes sense since Titus is closer towards the ship. Titus, you see this unfold. We are going to start with your turn.
I'm gonna the ones that are making their way, the 8 that are trying to seize the thing. Closest one I get to, I'm gonna give him a good old toss. Actually, no, I'm gonna punch him as hard as I can.
You're gonna punch him as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just gonna go towards one of the individuals.
Yeah.
Ooh, throwback.
All right. Are we lagging?
No.
Actually, I'm yeah, no.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right. All right. So you're gonna give one of them a good toss.
No, I'm gonna punch him.
You're gonna punch him.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
punch
right.
him real good.
Give me strength. Give me strength and brawl or dex and brawl. Whether that's the highest for you.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, no,
7?
I'm sorry, no. 9. That's a
9.
messy critical 9.
And you got a critical.
Yeah, messy critical.
Messy critical.
That's right.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So you watch as Titus runs up towards, and is there anywhere in particular that you're punching them?
In the face.
In the face? Okay.
Yeah. Well, what was
That's
once
good.
their face?
That's a good spot to punch.
Okay.
I like that.
You watch Titus just lumber towards one of these individuals that just came peeling out of this Model L. And as they draw their weapon and they begin seizing the crates, you watch Titus grab him by the shoulder, take his fist back, and punch it straight into his mouth and out the back of his head, pulling it clean out of his skull as he drops lifeless to the ground.
I'm gonna lick my hand or lick my fist and then start walking to the next one.
Okay, as you start licking the blood off of your fist, you notice that the other 7 individuals look down towards their dead companion and look at you, just scared shitless. They all raise their weapons towards you. Next in the initiative order is going to be Gilbert.
All right, I'm taking aim on the ones that are moving from the crate, the 3 that were hiding. So I'm going to go ahead and follow them, and I'm going to try to grab beads on their head and just fire. And as soon as I hit the one, I'm going to try to move to the next one.
Okay, so are you shooting at the trench coats individuals or the
Yes, sir.
monster-looking individuals?
I'm hitting the ones in the trench coats, the ones that are moving from the
Okay.
crates.
All right, go ahead and give me dex and firearms.
Sure can. That's gonna be a 1, 2. That's a critical. So that's a 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 7.
7. All right. Yeah. All right. So there's 2 with shotguns and there's 1 with a small arm that's leading them. Which one would you like to aim at?
I'm gonna hit the ones with the shotguns.
Okay. As you bring your lever action up, you bring it to your shoulder and you get off of 1 good shot towards this individual's head. The rest of you watch as Gilbert lines up this shot and just right through the skull and out his forehead. You watch this individual fall dead to the ground. All right. It's going to be Ilona.
For my turn, I'm going to reach into my my bag. I'm going to pull out a cigarette and I'm going to light it. I'm going to offer my cigarette case over to Felix.
See Felix reach down and begin taking a dragon off your cigarette. Well, I didn't realize we're going to get a show.
Apparently, unless you want me to help. I don't really see the point right now, though.
All right. I need to make a roll really quick. Okay. Could you give me a wits and awareness, Ilona?
Sure can.
I need you to beat 2.
That would be 4.
4. You hear the revving of an engine behind you, and as you look up the rearview mirror, you notice bright lights coming in closer and closer and closer towards the truck.
Felix, were you expecting more company?
No. As this happens, you see Charlie look up with his eyes just wide open. Oh, and he starts shifting towards the keys to start the ignition. Could you please give me a Dex and Athletics?
That's not a strong one for me. Ooh, 2 and a bestial. What do we like to
2
work
and
about
a bestial. Okay. As you feel the rock in inertia as another vehicle slams into Charlie's truck. It has enough force to kick it off the brakes and begin slamming it towards the ship. As this happens, you notice Charlie's door flies open and he falls out and tumbles to the ground. See Felix bash his head against the dashboard as you brace yourself from the impact. You don't suffer any damage. As you look up and you begin getting your grounding, kind of shaking off the hit, you've now fully noticed that another vehicle similar to the other 2 that have rushed the ship has rammed the back of the truck, and you notice men beginning to pour out from the back of it.
How many?
You only see 2.
And can I tell if they're armed?
With your wits and awareness roll, you can easily tell that they are armed.
All right, I'm just going to wait. Charlie's out of the car, right? You said?
Yeah, his door flew open and he fell to the ground.
I'm just going to stay sitting in the car.
Okay. All right. As you stay in the car, you do notice that Felix looks up and he appears that he notices something or someone. And that is the end of your turn. All right, Seamus, what are you doing?
Can you describe to me what everyone that's around Titus?
As everyone's around Titus?
Yes.
Titus is currently going to be swarmed by 7 individuals. It looks like they are all armed with firearms.
All right. I want to carefully put my cigar down on top of my car. Straighten my coat. And I'm going to blink behind all of them.
You're going to what?
Blink behind
Blink?
all of them.
Okay. Give me the roll.
I do not go up a hunger. So I peer right behind them, and I'm just going to the one in the very back. I'd like to just hammer strike like him right in the neck.
Okay, so you're just going to strike the back of the neck?
Yep.
Okay. All right, go ahead and give me strength and brawl or dex and brawl, whatever's the highest for you.
And also, if you do have music playing, we cannot hear it.
I could still might
What's
hear
that?
something.
If you do have music playing, we cannot hear it.
Okay.
We'll use willpower.
All right.
Okay, cool shit.
That's 5.
So, as you take your hands together and kind of hammer down on this individual back towards the nape of his neck, you strike him as he buckles and he falls to his knees, dropping his firearm to the ground. And that's your turn. All right. Titus.
It's back to me. Hold on.
So I'm gonna.
I have to get back in mine too. Shane, what's going on?
I'm just going to do it this way.
I'm back.
Can you give me a Dex and fire? Not a Dex and athletics.
Absolutely. Wait. Okay. That is a regular success with a 8.
So just a success.
8 with a critical. Not
Oh,
a
8.
bestial, but a regular critical.
8 with a critical. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think any of them beat that. No. All right. They actually, as they watch you take your fist out of their companion and you draw back and lick it, they actually begin to cower in fear as they scramble to get this shipment. As they all start to retreat back, they begin opening fire on you, just completely botching the shots. You kind of get grazed here or there, but not enough to sustain any type of damage that would really impact you in any way. And at this point, I'm going to make a couple of rolls. All right. Okay. Ilona, you do notice that the two individuals that get out of the car start heading towards the shipment. As they do, they stop as they start to witness these events unfold as you watch Gilbert fire his firearm towards an individual laying down, and you see Seamus bring his fist to the back of the neck of another mobster. They look at Charlie, grab him by both his arms, and begin dragging him towards their vehicle.
Oh no. All right, I'm gonna. Ah, shit. All right, I'm gonna hop out of the car. Excuse me, gentlemen.
As you hop out of the car and say, "Excuse me, gentlemen, we are going to go to Gilbert's turn at the top of the round."
Shoot them for me, please.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and.
No, it was NPC's turn, basically, is what was ending. So we're going to go to the top of the player round.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and.
I want before you.
Oh, all right. So then it's your turn.
Oh, yeah, it's Titus,
Titus
Gilbert,
before Gilbert.
Ilona, and then Seamus.
Mhm.
That's the initiative order.
Boom, boom.
I'm going to use toughness real quick.
Okay.
I'll do rouse check. Got that.
All
And
right.
then I'm going to charge the group that's trying to fire me and try to just...
You're just going to
how
charge
do
right
I-
into these guys?
Yeah, how do I put it? I want to be the bowling ball to their bowling pins.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. There's a group of 4 huddled together rather closely. 2 of them have small firearms, and the other 2 have rifles. And then there's 3 individuals in a group. 2 of them have shotguns, and the other one looks like he has a small firearm.
Yeah, I'm going to take out the larger number. The larger number, the 4. The 4 huddled.
Oh, okay, so you're going to go after the
Yeah.
4 individuals.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So go ahead and give me... so you're trying to, like, spear them? Like, you're trying to just tackle all of them?
Yeah, I'm trying to tackle them all.
Okay. Why don't you give me a strength in brawl or dex in brawl, whatever is the highest for you?
Oh wait, I put this down. That's right. It's on my card.
That's going to be a messic critical again
Okay.
for a total of 8.
Total of 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. All right. For some reason, as you start just rapidly running towards these 4 individuals, they actually get closer together for whatever reason as they begin to focus fire. You just watch Titus lumber over and just goes to a full sprint as he just throws his arms out and just bear hugs these 4 individuals and tackles all 4 of them to the ground. As you do this, Titus, you hear a sickening snap and crunch as you look towards the furthest individual from you in the back of this pile. His head hit the pavement and split open like a watermelon. His skull and innards splatter onto the ground.
Yeah.
All right. So it is going to be.
Wait,
Gilbert's.
he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it here in a second.
I already got it. My bad. I got back into character. I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
I mean, to be fair, Titus is not the one with asthma.
Okay, so it's Gilbert's turn.
All right. Well, since I already got one good shot, how many are left now that Titus is somehow completely offensive lineman to every single individual on the dock?
Green Bay line.
So as you watch Titus just spear for these individuals, you watch as the three of them begin to aim down towards Titus with their firearms. The two trench coat individuals look down at their companion. You look towards you as they shoulder up their firearms to start shooting at you.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Fate Morgana.
Okay.
I'm going to do my rouse check.
All
I
right.
go up a hunger.
Okay.
And I'm going to start judging from paintings I've seen and literations of Lucifer.
Okay.
I'm going to start growing horns off my forehead. And your typical cliche devil. And I start getting devil-like eyes and sharp teeth, and I start to sprout black claws, and I move towards them, and I make sure that I make my visual very, very apparent to them. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let off another shot. I'm going to try to clip one in his knee and get him down onto one knee before I finish him off.
Okay. As you
That was a very
begin
concerned
to
sound,
conjure
okay.
up this illusion of shifting yourself into this devil, since they are kind, I will give that to you. It's an automatic success. I'm actually going to make a couple rolls here. And you want to get another shot off?
I'm trying to clip him down onto his knee before I walk
Okay.
up and execute.
Okay. So I'm going to roll really quick.
Stop.
All right. As you do this, as you use your discipline to conjure up these illusions, you see them actually drop their firearms and they begin to flee the scene. You can go ahead and still give me a Dex and firearms.
All right, that's a 6.
Okay. That was a 6?
Yep.
All right. All right. Is there one in particular that you would like to clip?
Whichever one had the pistol.
Wherever one had the pistol?
Right.
Okay. As they drop their weapons, they begin to flee. You shoulder up your firearm, drop it down, and clip him right in the knee as you watch a piece of his kneecap splatter onto the ground as you see his lower leg snap out from underneath him and he hits the ground hard.
As soon as he does, as I'm walking up, I'm going to go ahead and hit that lever. And then as soon as I get within point blank range of him, I'm going to look towards him. I'll raise my cap up just a little bit so he can see this illusion that I've now put forward him. I am the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's work. And then I'm going to go ahead and execute him, put the barrel right to his forehead, and unleash.
Okay. Even though you've already shot your firearm off, I'll just give this to you. You coup de grace him, no issue whatsoever. You bring your firearm down to him and you blow his brains out onto the pavement. It is Ilona's turn.
All right, so I had just tried to draw their attention. They're taking Charlie, right?
Yep. So you're going to try to draw their attention?
Mm-hmm. I just
All right.
exclaimed, "Excuse me, gentlemen."
Yeah. And they kind of look at you.
That's my associate you're trying to take there. So what's the problem?
Fuck off. And they start heading towards the vehicle. And you see Charlie like screaming and squirming and trying to get out of their grip.
And there's just two of them?
Yeah.
How far away are they from me?
How far are they from you?
Mhm.
They're maybe like, I would say like 4 feet from you.
All right. I want to try to get ahead of them, in between them and the car.
You're gonna get in their car?
But in between them and their car.
Oh, get
So I'm
between
facing
okay.
them.
All right, you easily do this. No problem whatsoever.
I want to go ahead and use presence. I want to use awe.
presence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're gonna use awe.
Mm-hmm.
In what way would you like to use awe?
To persuade them to release him. I'm just going to try to have a conversation with them.
Okay. It is awe is an automatic success. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Why don't you go ahead and give me... Go ahead and give
Is
me
all
what you're
automatic?
wanting to
Because
tell them.
it has a dice pool for me. Or is it automatic with kind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give you what now?
Go ahead and tell me what we'd like to... Go ahead and say what you want to say.
I want to get in front of them. As I said a moment ago, that's my associate that you're trying to take there, and I don't know what your business is here, but you're just passing by. I'd like you to release him.
Okay. Oh, fuck this. And as you watch as they drop Charlie down to the ground, they begin heading down towards their vehicle and getting inside.
I'm gonna go pick him up. Are you alright?
Yeah. I don't know.
Listen,
let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get back to the car and try to get out of here.
As you both get in the car, you notice Felix is actually walking towards the ship. You see him approaching the docks, trying to be wary of the combat. He's not trying to get involved. It looks like he's actually trying to board onto the ship.
How far away is he?
He hasn't made it that far. He's not quite onto the ship yet, but he's actually trying to weave around crates and stay a distance away from the conflict that's happening.
Charlie, why don't you go ahead and just get in the car, and I'm going to go see what our friend is doing.
Okay. All right. Is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Seamus.
The guy I hit earlier, is he out?
You brought him down to his knees. Unfortunately, it wasn't a good enough hit to either incapacitate him or kill him. So he's currently trying to recover off his knees.
All right. I'd like to activate prowess.
Okay.
I do not go up a hunger.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going... I'm just going to punch him in the back of the head while he's trying to get up.
As he's trying to recover, drawing his weapon towards Titus, that just tackled 4 of his companions down to the ground, smashing one of them towards the pavement, breaking open his skull. Go ahead and give me a strength and brawl or dex and brawl, whatever is the highest for you. Assuming you're going to use strength and brawl.
Yep.
Okay.
Seven.
7?
Yep.
Okay. You're going to punch him in the back of the head?
Yes.
Okay.
With prowess.
As you go to punch this individual in the back of his head with prowess, you easily cave it in from the backside towards the front. Your hand comes through his eye sockets as you blast out his eyeballs, and you actually pull them through his brain out the back of his skull as his body falls to the ground lifeless.
Ooh. All right. End of my turn there.
Okay. All right. As this happens, Seamus, as you annihilate this individual, two of his companions turns towards you, and they actually begin just fleeing the scene. As this happens, as Titus is starting to recover from pinning these individuals towards the ground. It's going to go to the top of the round. Titus, what are you doing?
Oh, as I'm getting up, are people still making off with the cargo? Or is their cargo still on?
They're leaving. After watching you basically kill two of their companions with ease, and Seamus basically blasting an individual from the back of his skull out his face, and Gilbert executing two of these trench coat individuals, everybody's starting to leave the scene. They're not having any of this. The two that were by Seamus are now getting into the vehicle and leaving. You actually notice towards the back of you as you kind of look up and you look around. Why don't you give me wits and awareness, actually? Just give me just give me one success.
Yeah, I got that.
All right. You observe around. You actually notice the back view. There's actually a female individual that's currently walking towards his ship, following a rather well-dressed Caucasian male with slick brunette hair and a finely trimmed goatee. They look like they're making haste towards the ship. As you observe them, you notice a red-haired individual that's currently cowering inside of a truck. As the truck is currently damaged, it seems that another vehicle is pulling out from behind it and starting to peel off itself too.
All right. And do they have the cargo in the truck that's trying to get away currently?
No, it actually hasn't made it off the dock itself.
The dock? Oh, all right. Well, and the other people seem to be making their way towards it.
It appears so.
All right, I'm gonna get up and start walking to them and be like, "Now wait here a goddamn moment," and start making my way towards the people trying to go after the new cargo.
All right, so which one are you heading towards?
How far away are they? Like, do I need a hustle?
You can get up and get to them within your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to. Are they turning like they're gonna fight, or are they gonna turn like they're gonna talk? Because if they're gonna fight, I'm gonna have to pick up more speed.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so which one are you approaching? Are you approaching the male or the female?
Is the male leading the charge? Who's leading the charge?
It's the male.
The male? I will approach the male then.
Okay, as you approach these two individuals, this would be a good time, actually. If Jaded, could you please describe your kindred?
She's a tall, slender built female with very light blonde hair and a pale complexion, wearing the typical flapper garb.
How many eyes?
How many eyes? 7. Thank you for asking. I forgot about that. 7 eyes, 2 noses, forked tongue.
All right, I'm going to charge the female creature at full strength.
So, So you're charging the female?
No. She said she had 7 eyes and a forked tongue. That is a material needing to be killed.
No.
Okay.
In case I didn't clarify, I was joking about the abomination parts.
Then I retract
I say.
my egregious aggressive attack.
Okay. As you start heading towards the male, what would you like to say to him?
I said, wait a goddamn moment. I'm tired of people trying to take this cargo that I'm supposed to get. What is your business on this ship? And it better be good.
Is combat over at this moment?
Was that?
Is combat over at this moment?
Maybe.
All right.
As you approach him, and you start spouting this out, he takes his top hat and he places it back on top of his head, gives you this smile, and he looks towards you. And sorry, I'm just passing through.
All right, well, maybe you should wait and pass through, not on the boat. That boat has precious cargo, and I'm supposed to move.
Well, it does have precious cargo on it, and I'm actually going to go take it.
I believe in that instance, we might have to have an altercation.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
That would be the end of my turn.
Okay. Okay. It's going to be Gilbert's turn.
You
What
really
would
didn't want to
like
say
do?
that. So I'm just gonna go on up. I'm gonna shoot him in the face.
All right. Well, after I get done doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and load another round into the chamber. And I'm gonna go ahead and move over after hearing what Titus said. I look towards Mr. Fancy Pants. You might want to listen up, Peckerwood. You already saw what we did here. I don't think you want any more trouble. I'm gonna head and raise my firearm towards him.
Okay. As you raise your firearm towards him, is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna stand my ground. This is our cargo. If you're trying to steal it, you're gonna have a problem.
All right. So, Helena, what are you doing?
Have I caught up with Felix yet?
Oh, yes.
So
You
they
see that
have-
he's being stopped by these two individuals.
Does it seem like they've noticed me at all?
They have vision of you. They could easily see you. But it looks like they're focused on Felix.
I'm going to go ahead and approach Felix.
Okay.
And I'm going to put my hands up on his shoulder. Is there a problem here?
Oh, my dear, this is not going to be a problem. Very much longer.
Then I'll end my turn.
All right. Seamus, what are you doing?
We'll step over the guy I just killed.
Okay.
Wiping off my bloody hand and all the bits off of it. And I'm going to join everyone else. No idea what's going on.
Okay. So you're going to crowd around. You're going to crowd around Felix.
Brain.
I didn't hear
Confrontation. We're staring each other down. Just walking in the middle. What's going on here?
I just joined the conversation.
I always like to point out that the detective has 2 dice for wits and awareness.
Hey, shut up.
Okay. I'm going to need some rolls here in a second. As you all start to crowd around Felix, let me roll really something quick.
Oh, y'all about to see some chickens?
What? Oh.
Joke's on you, I am a fortified. So now I have the ability to fight through it.
Okay, give me composure plus intelligence.
Is this a mental ability?
That's how we keep asking.
It is a mental ability.
All right, I get to add my fortitude to this.
Okay.
What's the roll?
That's 0 successes for Gilbert.
You said composure and what?
Intelligence.
Intelligence and composure. I need you to beat 9.
9?
That's good.
God damn.
That's gonna be a no. And we're all gonna get dementated.
So far, you have ties. Or I have ties with one of my characters. Let's see.
That was a 1.
Is Titus Memphis's great-great-grandpa?
Huh?
Is Titus Memphis's great-great-grandpa?
No.
Great.
Maybe.
Is that where the fear of chickens?
I got 4.
Okay, so did anybody pass?
No.
Nope, I don't think it was even possible.
Okay. So, as you three look at Felix as he puts back on his top hat and gives you all this kind of like grimacing smile, as this happens, give me one wits and awareness test.
Oh, good.
Botch.
7.
Yeah, 1, 2. That's a 2 for me.
And a best you. Or a messy critical.
I got a 1.
All right.
Messy critical.
Okay. The only person that doesn't see this is Seamus. The two of
Seamus?
you, before you feel this impending dread fill your body, you watch as Felix's eyes begin to bleed black as they start to fill with this almost like black ink, and they go from his green-blue eyes into this dread scare. You're hit with this inertia that rocks your body. All of a sudden, you start to hear circus music, and you hear laughter as your vision begins skewed, and you start to rock back and forth. You start to envision contorted bodies and twins twisted together. You see these machinations of horrific creatures as they start shambling towards you. You begin looking towards each other as you try to find your companions. Gilbert, as you turn towards Seamus and Titus, you see two conjoined twins with faces that are adorned with, it almost looks like they're clay. It almost looks like they've been meshed together as they start shambling towards you. Titus, you begin to see the same thing as you all three turn towards each other.
Do I know what this is?
It looks like monsters.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and attack.
Gonna go ahead and attack.
Yeah. I have no idea this is a hallucination. Right? Correct? In my mind, this could be real.
This is the first time the three of you have ever been hit with this discipline.
All right. Yeah, I will attack with full vigor.
Okay. As you go to attack with full vigor and you start swinging wildly, Ilona, you start to notice these three individuals that approach Felix. They start just flailing at each other, completely missing. They start falling over each other as they're just trying to fend off these invisible creatures.
I assume I have never seen Felix do this before.
You've never seen him use any discipline, actually.
So this is new to me.
And he doesn't actually use them in part of his shows or anything along those lines.
Do I have any inkling as to what this would be?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence and occult, and I will give it a difficulty of 3. I would say this is probably one of the most well-known things about Malkavians. So.
3.
3? All right. You deduce that it's dementation. You know that they have a discipline, especially to them, that they can insert an individual with madness.
All right.
Okay. All right. As the three of you begin flailing, could you give me a wits and awareness, Ilona?
Welcome to the Metro.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. You begin to hear footsteps coming up behind you and Felix. As the both of you turn around, you see an individual. He's currently wearing suspenders, a striped white shirt. He has a long coat on. He appears to have some sort of, it almost looks like a fedora. As he brings his gaze up towards you, he has these black rimmed glasses and glowing bestial eyes, long flowing black hair that drapes down his shoulders. Ah, well, this looks like a mess, Felix. Cuthbert, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were expecting company. I don't think I have. Well, you know what? I don't want to speak too soon. I might have enemies here. Anyways, how about we get going? Fraulein, let's get back to your abode. Oh, actually, let's stop by the amusement park.
Right. You want to introduce me real quick?
Oh, sorry. As I'm still a little taken back when it just happened. Oh, sorry, my dear. Let me introduce myself. Cuthbert.
It's
Or you
nice.
can call me Beckett. Whatever you'd like.
Beckett. That's a nice name. Lona Vochta. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Well, hopefully, I say we get going because, well, I could have sworn I saw a couple masquerade breaches here and there.
By all means, lead the way.
All right. So for the three of you, could you all give me a resolve and composure? And I will just need a success of 3.
3 exact.
5.
5.
That's 2.
2. Okay. Seamus, Titus, you start to shake it off as you start to regain your composure. You notice that Gilbert's still kind of thrashing on the ground, trying to fend off the machinations that you just shook off.
Get off of me, goddammit!
I'll walk over to him, try to shake him out of it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me a... Go ahead and give me a charisma and either leadership or persuasion, whatever's the highest dice pool for you. Seamus, what would you like to do?
I'll assist.
You'll assist? All right. So since both of you are assisting, same dice pool, charisma plus leadership or persuasion. Since you're both assisting, I'll count your successes together. Give me 3 successes.
We count them together. You can do this.
How many do I need to get?
3.
I need to get 3?
I have 3.
Oh, God.
You have 3? Oh, thank God.
It's like, no.
Yeah, I have a 1 with a bestial. So, I think we got it.
Okay. Since I was counting your dice pools together, that won't count.
Yeah, all right.
Nice.
Okay.
Good job.
I can't wait
well
to
done.
see
You
your.
pin Gilbert down, the two of you, with your body size and strength. It's rather easy to pin him. He stops thrashing for a second and hears Seamus's words. And Gilbert, you kick out of it.
What in Sam hell was that?
Think we got hit by some, I think they call it friendly fire. Looks like we were wrestling with some other kindred.
Where are they? Do we see them?
As you all kind of recover and you begin scanning around, yes, you do see them. Now joined with them, you see the individual I described earlier with the long black hair and red eyes. As they begin heading towards the rather beat-up truck, and then they begin trying to enter inside. You notice the individual that has long black hair. He scans around and looks back towards the three of you. He begins to shift and meld down into this rather large wolf, and he hops into the back of this truck.
But the cargo, how is the cargo?
Cargo looks like it's fine.
Thank God. Alright. Well, they didn't take the cargo, so we got our duty and agreements to uphold.
Are they going to be a problem?
I doubt it. They're probably part of the city. There's city kindred just attacking each other, making no sense. God help them if they find us out on the street again.
All right. Well,
We'll get
let's.
our payback.
I'm gonna grab my truck then. I'll pull it up when you get the cargo loaded.
With Seamus's prowess and the fact that you're kindred, this is rather easy for you to load up. As you begin loading it up into the truck, there's actually 3 rather decently large crates. As you do, You notice that one of the lids are kind of shifted to the side. It looks like some of the nails came undone. Some of the packing hay is kind of sticking out as you hear the shift of glass.
I'm gonna go ahead and probably take a peek, see what exactly, because we don't know what the cargo is that we were assigned to.
Right, it's not. It wasn't booze, was it?
Hey, so you gotta look inside?
Yeah, we're gonna look. I'm gonna look inside.
Yeah, I'll take a look, take a gander.
Okay. As you look inside, you reach inside, Titus, and you pull out it feels like glass. You pull out a bottle, and you're expecting either a wine bottle, or some sort of whiskey. You look at it. It looks rather old. It's got a wax seal on the top of it. It's an unmarked bottle, but the liquid on the inside, it looks rather dark. It looks like either like a Cabernet or some sort of red wine. As you swish it around, it's rather thick. You look at the top. You see what looks like a black raven feather that's pressed into the seal. And there's a initial of an M pressed into it.
God.
Are you? Who is there anyone around me?
Well, I'm around here.
Gilbert's right next to you.
Gilbert, what do you make of this?
Grab it. I'm gonna break the seal.
You gonna break the seal?
Break the seal. Pop it.
Okay. You cop it open.
I'm gonna smell it. Smell
Very
it.
familiar.
You just gonna
scent.
dive right in, huh?
Does it smell like liquor?
It smells like blood.
Well,
But it has
pull it back.
Really. Okay, you're gonna kick it back.
Take a swig.
Son, you know you can't drink in our current state.
This ain't liquor. Is it blood?
It tastes really good.
Yeah, that ain't no painter's piss.
And why am I doing all the lifting?
Or
Try it out. That's blood. I don't know why we're hauling blood. So,
probably for
Were you
that.
at any hunger, Gilbert?
I was at 1.
Okay, you're at 0.
Oh, all right.
Give me some of that shit.
I don't know what blood that is, but it's fucking good.
It's probably for the Elysium, which is
Well, we can consider that one part of the damaged goods. I'm sure there's a process for that. Am I right?
Gilbert. You make a lot of sense. I'm gonna take a nice big swig too.
You're taking the nicest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Seamus.
Yes.
So you take a big swig, and any hunger you have, go ahead and reduce it by 1.
Reduce it by 1. All right, I'm back to 1.
Out of game, I'm pretty sure I just caught the blood plague, but I'm just going to go ahead and just
Blood plague.
ignore that.
What? Wait, what?
And you're all just passing it around.
Hey, I'm not going to metagame.
Seamus.
Jesus.
About time for you consider an advance on a successful mission.
What is this?
It's a toast between comrades. I'll go ahead and take a drink.
It's probably a gift or what they drink at one of these fancy parties.
Okay, go ahead and slake hunger.
I'm a god now.
God, that tasted good.
Hey, hit the spot. I'm going to try to find out where
Quite
they get more of
refreshing.
that.
Is there more of these here?
There's a whole crate.
Why are you
Really?
doing this?
Well, I mean, 1 damaged bottle is good enough.
Yeah.
You don't want to take the whole cargo, but you should probably inquire on where they get it. Coming from a man who takes pride in what he makes, I would definitely be interested in learning how to make this.
This is a redemption quality of society, for sure. I'm gonna take the bottle back, cork it back up, put it in there, and start making our way back to Ritzy's.
As you all begin packing your truck, Ilona, you notice that these individuals finally make it off the ground and they start loading up the truck, and they share a drink as you begin pulling out. The three of you gentlemen watch as the separate group, the separate coterie, you can say, begins to leave. That's when you all get a really good look at this fair-skinned female individual with her blonde hair as she drives off, and you three make your separate way. It's where we will conclude the first session of Chicago by Night Noir.
God damn. There we are. Thank Lord.
Session 2, we start with the blood plague.
Session
all
2,
got blood plague now.
we all die.
Holy shit.
So I need to maximize fortitude in order to beat the blood plague.
I'm pretty sure we're all going to die. That's just my opinion on this, but pretty sure Elijah's going to use this as an excuse to kill all of us.
I don't know
It's been
about
building
you.
up for a while
I
now.
don't know about you, but I haven't seen Seamus, Titus, or Gilbert in Chicago by Night. So they're probably dying.
you guys made some rather interesting choices. For those of you at home, this is our first attempt at doing a remote game. We're doing what we can to battle our technical difficulties that we've been experiencing of late. So bear with us with some of the audio issues. I will let you know it's pre-recorded just to combat with some of the latency issues we've been having. So we will hopefully get back to our.
And even then, we're still having problems because we're still getting upload issues. And
That's just that's a whole other thing.
a whole
whole other
other
thing.
problem.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed our little first session here into Chicago by Night Noir. I know it was a bit of a short one, but we had a couple technical hiccups here and there. But once we squashed those, do expect some longer episodes. And fret not, this will not be the last one. This is just your first taste into this setting. So hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hopefully you all are staying safe. And until next time, remember, the best time to tell stories is whenever it's near dark.
He said it.
Bye-bye.
He said it.